Welcome back to Mommy Love Mondays, where Mondays now get all the love. I am here with these amazing fathers who are just briefly letting me know how they feel about Father's Day and some more stuff. Now, we were talking to Mike, so Mike just finished, explaining how your topic goes with your dad. You said that your stepdad and your dad, y'all close, and it makes everything good with the kids, right?
Yeah, it's just, it's important that they there. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I said, with me raising my kids and being there for my kids, my son and my daughter. So it's just, like I said, I appreciate them both the way they're there for me and my grandkids.
Yeah, that's good because, it's kind of, it kind of sucks when you see like different races have all of everybody in line. The mama, the daddy, the granddaddy, the grandma, and for us, we don't have that. So
I mean, that's what it's about, It's about breaking the cycle,
It is. That's very true.
So it's like, what I'm saying, it won't be that for me and my son. It won't be no, me and him, it took to him to be 13 or 12, so for me and him to get together and do our thing or whatever, It ain't going to be like that with my daughters. They not going to be lost and misguided or feel like, my daddy wasn't there or feel like they got to look for that in a man or whatever the case may be,
Yeah, that's big. That's definitely big. Now, DJ Double L, what type of relationship do you have with your father?
I don't have one. I haven't had a relationship with my father for, I'm 31, I could say about 25, 26 years, something like that. He hasn't been in my life, not at all. I've tried to establish a bond with him a couple times, and it's always fallen by the wayside. It's never really happened. We never really got a chance to make that bond, and a lot of times I miss it. I want it, but that's just how I guess the card I was dealt.
Yeah, but I do want to, before you finish, I do want to tell you that no matter your outcome with your father and how you tried to reach out to him, you tried.
Right.
That's all you can do. Right. But at the end of the day, you're still a good father, and you're showing your kids what you didn't get.
And that's about the only thing that I can say that he did for me, is that he showed me what not to do with my kids.
Okay.
And that's why I'm so adamant about my relationship with my kids and being there for my kids and being at their graduations and doctor's appointments and, performances and anything.
Right.
That's why I'm so, headstrong about my relationship with them, because I never want, and this has always been my saying, I never want my kids to feel like I felt.
Yeah.
And it took me till I was like 25 years old to even get over that feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you're doing good though. Because you're going to break the cycle from your generation down. You can't blame yourself for what happened or how come you don't have. You can't blame yourself for that, because God might have wanted to go the way that it's going, so you can be that good father.
It's funny you said that. My mother actually said that to me too.
Did she really?
My mother
Hey,
told me.
Mama, hey.
She's actually the one who told me. She was like, God removes certain people from your life for a reason.
Yeah, that is
and
so true.
Even though he was my dad, maybe I became a better man, or I was raised better, or came up better because he wasn't there.
Right.
It may have been different if he was there.
Yeah, that's true.
So that saying, it sticks in the back of my mind a lot.
Right. And you know what? Just continue to pray about it, and just make sure that, like you said, your kids don't never feel how you felt. But I feel like at this point they probably won't, because I know you, from looking at your page, you always with your kids. So, but like I said, I think you're doing a great job, and I know that your kids appreciate you. And I know that at times it gets hard, because just like how you wish your dad was a part of your life, like even though my mom has passed, it's two different things. But I still yearn for that. So it's just something that makes us stronger.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter how it goes or what, it makes you stronger at the end of the day. So you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
You are. You definitely are. Now let's get back to these girls y'all got. So I'm gonna ask you now, how is it being a father raising girls? How is that? Because I know I was a handful.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
And I say that because my main thing is, when it comes to disciplining them, those are my babies. Those are my little girls.
Now wait, how old are your babies?
My oldest will be 12 in November. And I have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
Well, she just turned 5 June 9th.
Okay.
So, but I don't want to discipline them, because I'm those are my little princesses. So it's so hard, and I get talked about all the time because even when I discipline them or if I had to yell at them, right after it's like, come here, give me a hug.
I can't do it, right.
But it's tough. It's tough. Just dealing with it. But it's a good tough, you know.
Right.
It's definitely a good tough. I love the bond that we have together, me and my girls. Man, I'm thinking about them now, and it just warms me.
It's
just thinking about their little crazy selves. But yeah, it's not that tough, but it is tough. It's different. It's completely different from
a boy
having to deal with my son.
I'm sure.
My oldest daughter, she just crossed over into womanhood, and the phone call I got, I literally. I don't tell everybody this, but I literally.
You and all these other fathers are going through it. Right.
I literally was on the phone and I shed a tear as I was being informed of it. Because I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, you got what, two more to go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that. But I'm gonna be prepared for it when it comes to my youngest too. Because I'm gonna, you know,
I don't think
you're.
No, you're not.
I don't think so.
You're not.
I tried to convince myself.
Exactly. When it comes to growth, you are never prepared for it. So when the two little ones get there, you still won't be. But, you know, that's how raising girls is. But you'll get it, though. I know you will. You look like the fun dad. So I know you'll definitely, you know, you'll ease your way through that one.
I'm praying I do.
I'm praying for you. Now, Mike, what about you and your girls?
Oh, man, we kick it, man.
Y'all kick it? Okay.
We kick it. My philosophy with my girls, man, is just to be real with them. Let them know from a man's perspective. Just like I say, I take it from the era I'm growing up in, and just, you know, how I see women, and just the things I see, and it's just like, okay, you know, the best way I see is just, you know what I'm saying, keep them with me, and just show them. Just teach them.
Right.
You just, you know what I'm saying, as little girls, you just let them know.
And you have to let them know while they're young. Because your girls, how old are your babies?
My oldest just turned 8 last week. I got a 6-year-old and I got a 2-year-old.
Okay,
my
so
son be 4.
They like in every little bracket. Okay, so yeah, it is very important that you teach them that, especially like you said, the era that we have now. Right. It's everywhere. So that is good that you said you know, you don't sugarcoat nothing with your girls. And I know for mothers, it's so easy for them not to sugarcoat nothing, but for fathers, it can be probably a little hard because it's like.
I mean,
girls,
don't get me wrong. They my girls. You know, they my babies. But it's like, I gotta give it to them in the raw.
Yeah, you do. They need that.
I gotta give it to them in the raw. And and I let them know. You know, they come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's up? You know. You know, I get on them. They know, and I get on them for real. Like you wasn't supposed to be doing that. You know, it's not that I'll make it, and they get to pick your head up.
Pull your head out. You're the girls
you was wrong. But you trip. Well, I know, but right. Carry on. You know, you'll be cool. You know, and just like I said, my philosophy is just like I say, I just let them know, man, and just every day, just every situation, every little thing that happened. To me, it's a lesson, you know, because it's a lesson to be taught in every situation. You know, they want to come home crying about little kids, or they bickering amongst each other, or they just, you know, they want to walk around sad. It's just whatever they going through. My oldest, you know what I'm saying, she 8. You know what I'm saying, she develops her own self, you know what I'm saying, starting to find her own identity and stuff. I'm just keeping her on the right track and just letting her know you can do whatever you want to do. And that's big for my kids, you know, because they always, well, what did you want to do? What are you doing? Or I just let them know, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. And it's something I push with my kids is education. You know, school is important. School is important. School is important, you know, and that's what they know. You know, and that's just my philosophy. Right. Just keep it real with your kids, and you can't sugarcoat it. You gotta teach them, and you gotta let them know, like, for real what it is. Because it's rough, man. It's rough.
It's very, very rough.
Them going to school now is not how we were going to school.
No.
They're not exposed to the same things.
Not
I was at my daughter's field day a couple weeks back, and they were like, it was my fault because I shouldn't have been on my phone. And they were like, what you on Snapchat? And these are second graders, you know, and it's just like.
Second graders talking about Snapchat.
And one little boy was all follow me and ooh, this. I was just like, you know.
What? I don't even know what a Snapchat was.
But it's a reality check.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
That's legit what's going on, and that's legit what it is. So it's like every day you just gotta tell them. Like my kids, they gonna be tired of me, you know, because I'm gonna be drilling it to them.
Yeah, but
the same thing.
You can't. Don't let yourself feel like you are just. Because they gonna thank you for that later.
I don't never feel that way.
Oh, okay. Well, you good.
Like,
well, you good.
I don't ever feel like I'm wrong to them, or because it's tough love, you know.
Yeah.
They have to know you can't. Man, with my son, it's like I don't baby him. You know, it's none of that. Like my son, he his own little dude. You know, he do his own little thing, man. You know, we bond how we supposed to bond, but I let him be independent. You know, I let him venture off and do his own thing, and you know, what I'm saying we good like that because you know, what I'm saying he know. He has to build his own tribe, so to speak, one day.
Right.
And again, we in a different time, so you got to build that up. You got to build that up, you know.
I
let him crawl around on me, you know what I'm saying, a little bit for a second, but then, you know, let him know, all right, go on, you know.
Gonna be a kid now, you know? Right.
Not so much be a kid, but be a boy, you know.
Yeah, a boy, okay.
Because, again, when it comes to the boys, you know, if the fathers aren't there, they just with their moms, you know.
Right.
And when me and him and his mom not being together, he's our only child, so it's like he get a lot of that mommy time. So it's
okay. Is that how yours is too?
Well, no, my son is a little different, but kind of the same situation because not only is he with his mom, but he has 3 sisters on his mom's side too. So he's like the only boy with all girls. He's surrounded by girls all the way around. So
okay.
So I definitely have to keep him with me a lot to, you know.
To
mold him.
Right. Wow. Well, you know what? Y'all got these girls and 1 little boys, and I definitely, I know that's going to be an experience by itself, but I am proud of y'all, honestly, because you don't get too many of you both. So, you know, never feel like you're doing too less. Never feel like that.
Like the situations are unique because it's like, say, the children are spread out. You know, I have 3 different baby mothers. He has 4. And like you gotta be different places. It's always something.
Yeah.
Like every day, like literally every day. The odds are not in our favor. Like every day, it's gonna be a call about something.
Now, Liz Harriet, I want you to tell me. Now we know what it's like raising girls from you. Tell me what is it like raising your son?
Oh man, it's a blast. It's a blast raising that little dude. He's coming into his own as far as developing his own character, and it's a blast watching him just come from like the little guy I was holding to now a 5-year-old who has his own personality, who knows how to come and say, give me this, or I want this, or this is what I like and this is what I don't like. To see the cartoon characters that he's interested in, and especially with the cartoon characters, because it's kind of funny because as a kid I was in love with the Ninja Turtles. Like that was my thing. Like and to now see him and see them come back around and now he's in love with them.
Right.
So that's like something we definitely get to bond over and get to have fun with. It's a blast raising that little guy. It's definitely a blast raising him.
Now, are you, when he's like in front of the TV with the church and watching the show, are you right there with him?
Oh yeah, oh definitely. We got matching T-shirts and everything. Like, oh yeah, I'm definitely with him. If we go to the store and he don't have to be with me. If I see some Ninja Turtle, I automatically grab it for him because I know he's gonna like it. I don't care what it is. And we got the Ninja Turtle toys we play with each other with and everything. Oh yeah, we have a blast.
Yeah, that is so cute. Now I know you got some stories. How is it raising your son?
Raising my son, it's cool, man. You know, it's like it's getting a taste of the stories I hear about myself.
Oh, so it's coming back.
To see him act, to see some of the things he say, some of the things he do, and then just how he is. Every day, you know, we together. You just look at him and be like, you know what I'm saying? My son named after me, so like, you know what I'm saying? That's my junior. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy.
Are you a junior as well, or? No. Just okay, so your son is. So how is it like when like with him? Like they got their cartoon thing. Like what is it?
Oh, you know, all the kids. He love the turtles. He love the turtles. See, with my kids, it's like it's not that we have a thing. We got our bond.
Right. So what's y'all bond? Like what's y'all main bond?
Just being with me.
Yeah.
Just I'm telling you, like that's what it is. Just being with me, like that. My kids really like enjoy being with me in my presence. I could be sitting on the couch, and as long as I'm right there,
Right.
they good.
They good. Yeah.
You know, they call, Daddy, I want to come to your house. They ain't got to want to. They know I want to go to the mall. I want to go here.
They just want to be right
I
by
want to come to
Daddy.
your house.
Yeah. That's a good
And they
feeling.
come over. They do their own thing. They come. They'll be by, like I said, he'll come over, crawl on me, flip around on me for a minute. I purposely, like, it'd be like some Lion King type stuff. I purposely come out of my room, go on the couch for about an hour. And they all just simultaneously stop what they doing. One to come over there, jump on me. Normally it's my oldest, she'd come lay over there. And then it'd be my son, he'd come find his little space.
Right.
And for that hour or so, they'd just be doing whatever, all over on top of me.
And all this space.
And then they'll just eventually want to branch off and to go back doing what they was doing. And that's just how it works.
Right.
But like I say, the thing is they just want to be there. They just want to be in my presence. Like when we go do stuff to them, that's extra. You know, if we hit a Chuck E. Cheese,
it don't matter though, because it's like, oh,
it's extra. You know?
Right.
And I'm young still, but it's like to me, like my biggest goal in life right now is to get a home that I can set up as a home to where like they can come over, my nieces and nephews can, you know, their friends can, and just being at the crib, you know, just setting it up like that, my own space, you know, they own space,
right?
You know, just to have that, they ain't, you know. That's what they want. Like I said, when they come over, my daughters, they love to color, they love to draw. That's what they like to do. You know, they go outside and stuff, but they not like, say my kids, they kind of like me. They laid back, they chill.
You real laid back up here. You real laid back. So I can only imagine.
My kids is chill, especially my son. Like he laid back, man. Little dude. Like we just said with his mom, you know, he a different kid. But with me,
I think that's all
like with me, he
like.
just there, man.
Right.
I say, Mikey, what's up? What's up? You know, and he just and that's just what it be. I come in my room, he in there with his feet kicked up in my bed watching TV.
Yo, you know you're for real because you just had your foot kicked up here.
And that's how it be, you know. And that's what go on. He you know, see he a boy, so sometimes he be irritating his sisters a little bit, you know. They irritate him a little bit. But to me, it just be average, man. Like I say, my biggest thing is just being there, just having them there with me, having my influence pushed upon them, and just you know that daily reminder. Like I try to make sure I get my kids, you know, saying as much as possible, as much as possible. You know, if it's this during the week, if it's a day here, 2 days there, or pick up for a couple hours, like just as much as possible, so I can just put as much influence in them.
Yeah, they're going to thank both of y'all when they get older. Like, this is so important what y'all got going on and how y'all, in y'all kids' life, y'all raising them, you know, the good and the bad. They're really going to appreciate that. And, of course, you know, they might not see it because they're young now, but when they get older and they realize, like, a lot of these kids didn't have that, but we did, you know. So, yes, please continue to go about the way that y'all handle y'all babies because it's going to definitely pay off. I just want to ask you, how do you feel in knowing that, or if you ever heard, or whatever, how do you feel when you hear of another man raising another child, but not his own? And you're 26, right? So, and you're, you know,
for the most part, if I don't know that person personally, I really don't feel no type of way because, you know, those situations can be rough because, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you got bitter women who will come off like, oh, he up over there, but the whole time he want his kid and you won't let him.
Okay.
If that's his woman he with and been with and that kid is there, life goes on.
Right.
You know, I'm not shunning my own kid, you see what I'm saying, because it's especially in this era nowadays, those are the situations more so. You get these women that's going off hollering about, oh, he over there with her and her kids, and okay, now go back to the text messages, him 3 weeks in a row, I want my son or I want my kids to come over or yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in that situation for a little bit. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, that's why I say I kind of, I can chime in, but I can't get down all the way on the person because if like I said, if I don't know that situation personally, I you know I really wouldn't feel no type of way. But to those type of situations, that is messed up because you do have those situations where people do cater to their new life. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of just been like, well, whatever. And then you got some dudes who just weak and they just say, oh, it's too much of a headache dealing with the mom.
Right.
Whatever. I'm just gonna go and do my own thing and oh well, this my girl got a kid, so whatever, you know, I said help her take care of her kid. Like, you know, those dudes need to humble themselves and, you know what I'm saying, make the situation work for whatever it needs to be, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's that kid that needs to be looked after, that needs to be brought up.
Exactly. Okay. Now, in your era, and when you hear about stuff like this, how does that make you feel? What do you have to say about that?
Well, as a man who watched his father take care of somebody else's kids and not take care of me, I'm looking for the...
Say whatever you feel.
I despise a man who does that purposely. Like he said, it could definitely be a situation where it's the woman who's making it look like that, but it's not. But for a man who has basically took it upon himself to say, well, I'm not going to deal with my own child, but I'm going to take care of these kids that are not mine. Right. I despise, I hate men like that. I'm not even going to use the word despise. I hate men like that. I hate them because you've basically said, forget your child. Right. You basically said, forget the seed that you helped make, that you brought into this world. Right. You've shunned that child, and you're taking on the responsibility of somebody else, somebody else's child. That...
It is tough. It's tough because I understand when you say what you say, because even with my biological father, I have a younger brother, and my dad got married, all that stuff, and it's like, I'm your firstborn, you know, why do I have to beg you for a relationship? It doesn't make sense to me. And it's like, but you can do everything for him. Is it because you're down there with him? But at the end of the day, like, I'm still here too. Like, I shouldn't have to. So I understand how you feel, because, I mean, even though that's still my brother, but still, like, how can you just forget about your first? Or it just don't make sense. So I definitely agree with what you're saying.
And see, the situation like yours, I'm kind of in that position because my oldest child lives in Chicago, but my younger three live out here. But I still tried my best to make a way for her to know that dad is here. Right. You know, even if it's not me, my mother lives in Chicago. Even if it's not me being able to get there, my mother's there. You know, go do this, or, you know, call her and go over there and handle this or whatever if I'm not able to make it. Right. So I can't accept any excuse that a man tries to give for not being there for his child, but saying that he's going to be there for somebody else's child. Right.
That's true. And I like how it's two different opinions on the stage, because I know that yours really comes from how your father was not there for you, and how you can really you can relate to a lot of other people who are in your shoes. And Mike has his dad, and, you know, so his opinion is different, basically. Right. You know, he looks at it like, okay, it's messed up, but at the end of the day, he still is kind of cool and laid back, because he really don't know that feeling, but you do. Right. So I love how it's two different opinions.
It's not that my opinion is different, because I feel like you say, because overall in that situation, to those men out there who are deliberately just whatever. Right. I done went on with my life. I'm living my life with my newborn child, or my stepkids, whatever. That's real messed up. So that's real jacked up. So it's not that I don't have an opinion on it. It's just like I said, overall.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I just know that, you know.
Overall, I just look at it from both. You know what I'm saying? From both ends. Like it could be either or. And like I said, for those men who are deliberately doing that, you see, they get no respect. You know, it's just
none.
Crazy.
None.
It is crazy. It is, and I mean, I know it's so many people going through that. Lord knows, I know.
I mean, it is. So. You know, you got the women who got kids with dudes who they choose to raise whatever kids they want to raise based off the relationship they have with the mothers. You know.
Yeah. No,
if I can still deal with you or come over, yada, whatever case may be, I'm all the way there for the kids. Right. But if you got the woman who's going to her life with the new man and all that, you know, you got a lot of these bitter dudes who, I ain't doing nothing then. Or, you know what I'm saying, a lot of those type of cats, or just won't come around, or whatever the case may be, because you bitter, because she done moved on and got on with her life, you know. So that category itself falls under a big umbrella.
Yeah. It really do. So, Mr. Latarius, can you please tell me, as you being a father who is there for all his kids, and even though they each have different mothers, and you have a child that lives in Chicago, and the rest are here, and you're still there no matter what, how do you feel about a father who makes excuses and just does not want to be in a child's life at all?
I feel like a man who doesn't step up to be a father and be in their child's life, to me, and that's just me personally, I feel you get no respect. You're less of a man if you decided that this child that you've helped bring in this world is not important enough for you to be there to raise this child. Like you said, I have 4 different kids. I have 4 different women. But I never use that as an excuse not to be there for my kids. None of them. And I never will.
Right.
And any man that uses that as an excuse, that has blatantly just said, forget their child, he gets no love. He gets no respect. He gets nothing. Like, you're the men like that are the scum of the earth to me. Because that's like, especially nowadays, like, the little girls, they need us.
Bad.
They need us.
Really bad.
Need
really
us.
Bad. Yes.
The little boys, they need us.
Really, really bad.
Because you got these streets they don't love nobody. And if we as fathers are not there to tell our kids this is not where it's at, that's exactly where they're going. Because they're going to be looking for us in those streets or in another man.
Yeah.
I refuse to have any one of my daughters look for love in another man because she couldn't find it in me. Because she didn't get it from me. It's not going to happen. And any man that allows that to happen, he the scum of the earth to me. I don't think deadbeat is a big enough word, is a harsh enough word for it.
No. I don't think it's truly like unfair and a deadbeat and everything else that you can think of, because it's like, these kids didn't ask to be here.
At all.
They didn't ask to be put in any situation that they are brought into. So for you to just up and leave them and let the mother, grandmother, whoever raised them, and you're not there, like that cycle that you just made is going to go really bad.
Continue.
It's going to continue.
It's
not going to get better.
For now.
Right, exactly. So it's like, come on now. They got to do better. They have to do better. And I just know with y'all, I'm just so glad that y'all are the men that you both are. So that's really good. Well, I definitely appreciate both of you for coming on the show today. Your answers was amazing, and I really like how you elaborated on the last question, because a lot of people need to hear it. That's just basically what it is. So, continue to be good fathers to both your daughters and your sons, and it will only get better from there. Just seeing your kids grow every day I'm sure it's amazing, because like y'all both know, they need you. So continue to be the good fathers that you are. So before I go, I do want to show this shirt. Mr. DJ Double gave me a Lurk Life shirt. He has his own brand. And he also has, sorry, it's a little loud, right? And he also is a DJ. So please make sure that you follow him on Facebook at, what is your Facebook name?
My Facebook name is Latarius DJ Double L Woods, or I have an actual Facebook page for my DJing, which is DJ Double L. You can also follow me on Instagram at DJ Double L or Snapchat at I am DJ Double L.
Yes. Please add all of everything that he has going on. Thank you to Mike as well for being here. I really appreciate all my viewers. I love you a lot. But before I go, I have to say 2 things. 1, always cherish your mother, because you only get one, and you do not want to wait until it's too late. And to the fathers, the good fathers, continue to do what you do. You are loved, and your kids need you. So the ones who do not, or are not in their kids' life at all, you got to get it together, because you're hurting this generation. And don't be the pain that you went through and make your kids go through it. So until next time, I love you all again. Please like my YouTube page and subscribe at #MommyLove, and my Facebook page at Alicia Watson. All of my interviews and everything is on there. Once again, thank you, and see you next time.